You are probably going to disagree with this ranking, and that's okay. How do I know that? After I settled on the idea for today's column, ranking the playoff teams by how much pressure they're under to win the 2017 World Series, I asked a couple of people in the SN baseball circle and a couple other friends for their opinions. Everyone gave me a different answer. Some were vastly different. The team I put number 1 was number 5 on another person's list. 4 different teams were in the number 1 spot. Which means, great conversation topic, right? Here's what you think, Twitter. On to my list. 8. Red Sox. Thoughts: maybe I'm off on this, but it feels like most Red Sox fans look at this team, compare them to the other teams in this year's outfield, and understand the odds are stacked against them. Boston fans love their Sox, but they recognize better teams when they see them. This rotation just isn't good enough to win the World Series, short of everyone pulling at 2006 Jeff Weaver and Chris Sale pulling at 2014 Madison Bumgarner the rest of the way. They've won the ALDS 2 years in a row, and they have 3 World Series championships since 2004. There's very little pressure on anyone not named John Farrell. If they get swept by the Astros, his past 4 years will have ended like this: last place AL East, swept in ALDS. That's not ideal for job security. 7. Yankees. Thoughts: on one hand, they're basically playing with house money. This was supposed to be mostly a rebuilding year, as youngsters adjusted to the big leagues and the front office prepared for all-out playoff pushes in 2018 and beyond. Nobody expected Aaron Judge to lead this club to a playoff spot with an MVP-caliber season, or Luis Severino to develop into a reliable number 1 type starter during the regular season. To quote the movie Clerks, kind of, Rivera, a new Yankees empire has risen. On the other hand, this team is absolutely good enough to win the World Series, and lots of teams have won World Series titles in seasons that didn't start with high expectations. GM Brian Cashman made trades designed to help in the playoffs, and those moves paid dividends in the wild-card game against the Twins. Anytime you have a team good enough to actually win it all, there's a level of pressure, especially when you're the Yankees. More 14 postseason oddities you might not know about.